Hey YouTube, we are going over the second flying bird today that has jumped up huge in GBL, and that one is Talonflame with Incinerate. So I encourage you to go watch the first one that I put out this morning on Skarmory. It is a new rank 1. I go over everything about the new changes and why, based on its buff here, plus updated ranking. So if you want to see a rankings video plus Skarmory in action, check out this morning. But we are here to talk about Talonflame. So as you can see, the Pokemoners here. Incinerate got power buff from a 15 to 20, which is a 33% jump in power. And what that means is Talonflame jumped from 223 in rankings last season to 21 this season. And there's two things that I'm going to talk about today. There's the Incinerate and there's the Fly. So let's just start with the Incinerate. As you can see right now, going from 15 damage to 20 damage is huge. Basically, when you had a 15 damage over a 5-turn move, that is only 3 damage per turn. Now it is a 4 and 4. So I have it. What I have on there is Shadow Claw and Counter, which are two of the best fast moves in the game. And now you can see that based on damage per turn and energy per turn, Incinerate is the best fast move in the game right now. 4 damage per turn, 4 damage per turn, 4 energy per turn, which is huge, right? Best fast move in the game. The only drawback now with Incinerate is timing of fast moves. I talked about this multiple times in my other videos. It is much more difficult to fast move optimize with a 5-turn fast move. It is much easier for your opponent to optimize on your 5 turns, and it is much easier for your opponent to catch on you. So those are the main issues with Incinerate, but it's definitely a huge bump today. And Fly. So the second move, you can do either Fly or Brave Bird. You have to run Flame Charge. Let me actually just put Flame Charge up here so you can see it. I don't care that it's a 1 point. Someone asked, can I run double flying type moves, Fly and Brave Bird? You could. I think it's dumb. The reason it's dumb is Incinerate is now such a hard-hitting charge move, and it takes so long to charge in itself. I mean, it doesn't take long to charge, but like it's a 5-turn fast move, so it's a long long animation. But it does hit really hard overall. So every one Incinerate, you're doing 20 damage now, right? Every one Incinerate, you're doing 20 damage. So it makes no sense to not buff that in neutral matchups. So I think you have to run Flame Charge just because Incinerate is so good now that you want to buff it. And then, so in neutral matchups, you're going to see a few of those battles here today, just Flame Charge buffed. But as you can see, in terms of energy, time and damage, you have Fly, which is 45 energy for 80 damage. So 1.77, I talked about it in one of my other videos. That 1.77 damage per energy is kind of the sweet spot, especially for a 45 energy move. That means like it's a really hard-hitting move for not a ton of energy there, that 45 versus 80. We know that Brave Bird is a much harder hitting move, but it lowers your defense times 3. So it's very limited with how you use it, right? So if you're in a matchup and you throw Brave Bird, you must leave immediately, or like a body slam is going to take you out from 100% pretty much. It just kills your defense. But Fly, although it doesn't hit as hard, it still hits pretty hard, and you're able to just sustain a lot of matchups. So I used Fly, and I did not miss Brave Bird at all. I really enjoyed using Fly on this. I still think you can use Brave Bird. I just think you need to use it Talonflame differently. As you're going to see in my matchups here, you can really just kind of stay in those matchups longer. So the team was, the team yesterday in my top teams video was Talonflame, Superior, and a Sandslash. I just felt that I figured Talonflame was going to be everywhere today, so that would be double weak to fire in the back, which I didn't love. So I just put Lickitung as the safe swap instead. I don't know about you guys. I had a lot of sweaty battles today. You're going to see a lot of good matchups here. So Talonflame mirror match. And this is also why you run Fly, right? Because Fly probably one shots from this range, or at least that's a ton of damage, and they catch. So good first catch on their part. I read double water, right? This is what I read. You have my thought process was you have an azumarill, you're gonna try and pull out a superior. Superior is still gonna win, but it has ice beam or something like that, and then Talonflame will take that out, and then it has like a Swampert or something strong free. So that is why after I hit the fly, I figured that I can just come Lickitung to take this out, because I'm assuming there's some sort of Swampert or something in the back that is weak to superior. So that was my read on the team. I just committed to the farm down because I did not think that they would be able to take me out with Play Rough. And I'm correct. And I didn't want the Talonflame to get like a ton more energy. So what you're going to see here is they throw right away. I was actually surprised I'm surprised they didn't try and go one more, which is kind of smart because one Body Slam actually would have taken them low enough. And now they boosted their attack. So we have the same energy. I just go for the Flame Charge because I figured I've already shown Fly once that they're likely to shield, and they do. I know they've already boosted already, so I may shield back, and I shield back a Fly, so that's nice. But now it comes to the energy generation game, right? I'm at a Fly already. That you would not be at a Brave Bird. You're not even at a Flame Charge, but you're at a Fly. And that's kind of also the strength of this Pokemon. Just being able to get to that Fly quicker is huge. They come and snipe with Carbink. So nice snipe. Same. It is sort of a right read by me because this is weak to grass. It's just not 100% weak to grass, but I'd rather have this here. And now I know I need to come out with essentially an Aerial Ace. I need to take this as low as I can and come out with an Aerial Ace. And then I'm like, okay, I can Frenzy Plant here. I'm basically at an Aerial Ace. I think I'm like one Vine Whip short. I don't think they're at the move. And Incinerate, here's the problem right now. One Vine Whip. In case you just didn't see that, you're going to see one Vine Whip, which is a 2-turn move, plus an Aerial Ace, which I'll register before that 5-turn Incinerate registers, right? So this is going to be the drawback of Talonflame. Your opponent, if they have good energy management like I just had there, able to get a full fast turn in and charge move before the Incinerate registers to take me out. And that is going to be the main hindrance of Talonflame. So this matchup, I had a good lead. I don't actually have an amazing answer for Bastiodon. So I come in here because this is my best answer for Bastiodon. Plus, I really don't want the Golbat to see this. So they shield 1, which is okay. I will shield back. I'm going to have to shield back anyways. Now the question is, what am I reading? Am I reading a Bastiodon Carbink team? Or am I reading just their safe swap Bastiodon? It's the first day, right? So it's who knows? Or am I reading that it's just going to be Golbat plus a random third Pokemon that I don't necessarily need switch here? So I decide to double shield just because they shielded. And then once they came in here, I was like, okay, this is kind of a smart play by them. I'm just going straight Fly because this will take out. And again, this is where Fly is huge. Fly is able to get that move off faster. And now I come out with a Flame Charge, which I would not have come out with the Brave Bird. So now with that, I'm able to chip this Bastiodon a good amount because it's half steel, right? So I just think Fly provides you so much more flexibility. I wasn't able to farm down, but I know this is within Aerial Ace range, even though it's double resisted because it is within like 2 HP. And in the back is a Vigoroth, and that, again, energy management helps me out here to get this off, that I'm able just to lick and Body Slam for the win with Lickitung against Vigoroth despite it doing double resisted licks. So again, second kind of sweaty, like you're going to see like, I think I put 4 sweaty battles right off the bat here. And then I put like the easy 40-second battles in the back where it's just like I had a Talonflame on a double grass team. And once I got the double grass off, they quit. So Talonflame into Defense Deoxys. Again, so the good news is they threw right on 5. If they were going up to like 6 or 7, I would have to shield the Rock Slide. But they threw right at 5. And I'm like, I don't know what's they're going to come out. So I know it's just a Psycho Boost. I can take one. Out comes a Galvantula. And this is where again, the fast move timing is going to be tricky. I don't have an amazing answer for this. I think my best answer is actually just this, doing doing super effective, but now boosted, right? So they lunge me back. That's fine. I'm going to get this off. But as you just saw there, like, let me just, for those of you who are sort of newer, it's a 4-turn versus 5-turn fast move, right? So we're in a weird situation where, so I get this flame charge off, get one more Incinerate, so that's a 4 versus 5, and they get to the move before my thing finishes. So I'm gonna have to shield to get the move off, but because we just like, not CMP'd, but because they just got their move through, charge move through, I cannot throw my Incinerate because their Volt Switch would take me out. So I basically need to let a full Volt Switch come through while I get off this Flame Charge. So Flame Charge will get shielded, but they essentially just got 4 turns worth of energy there because of the weirdness of a 4 versus 5 turn fast move. And that's the thing. If you are, and I mentioned this in my video the other day talking about Talonflame. So this is a Beyond the Hype analysis. My Beyond the Hype analysis summary for this is Talonflame better with a buffed Incinerate? 100%. Is it better with Fly? I enjoy you can use Brave Bird, but I think that having a hard-hitting flying move allows you to stay in matchups and get moves off quicker, and you get to, outside of just like, you're going to lose hard matchups anyways, like I have live Lanturn Leads coming up and stuff like that. Like you're going to lose those anyways, as long as you just cover those weaknesses. I think that you can stay in neutral matchups longer with Fly, gives you more flexibility. The problem is going to be your, like those 4 versus 5 fast moves and being caught on stuff like that, which you're like, okay, is that really a big deal? It is. It is a huge deal for everyone, because I'm going to talk to the average battler. The average battler will not know how to optimize properly, and their opponents will start getting like huge energy gains, and the better battlers will know how to optimize on you and catch on you. So it is going to be tricky for people to use. Just be aware of that. Just be aware of that. This matchup, I had such a good lead, and they came in Toxapex, which I think is going to be a big riser in this meta. And my best answer is Lickitung. And I thought with a shield on the Sludge Wave there that I could probably just take this in the 1-0. And I don't know if it's just that spinning ball in the top left corner or what, or you can't take it in the 0-1 with a little bit of energy advantage. I think, anyways, maybe it's because I'm frame dropping on the bus like crazy here. I end up having to double shield. They have an Sandslash in the front. I have my Talonflame on it, which will destroy it, and I cannot get a superior on an Sandslash. So I have to commit the double shield, even though it's sort of like the worst case scenario. That is just a visual glitch there. That's just their Tox spec going down. So out comes the Sandslash. I will chip it, which is nice, right? Chip it with Body Slam, lick a couple. It is Powder Snow, so that takes me down faster. I'll get this Incinerate. Does not take him out. I go straight Fly because I'm going to get out anyways, and it's the lower energy move, right? And this is the thing. I think, if I remember, I win this game. I think. But that is where it comes into play. You have Fly at 45 energy, Flame Charge 50 energy, Brave Bird 55 energy, right? So being able to throw the Fly there, I save 5 versus Flame Charge, and I save 10 versus if it was a Brave Bird. So huge difference there. Get off the Aerial Ace here, which I think is enough to take it out. I think they're probably just going to go 2 shield. Oh, they don't go 2 shield. I end up chipping here. I thought they would just go not 2 shield. I thought they would just go shield advantage here, because maybe because they know the Incinerates are just going to destroy them anyways, right? Because I actually don't throw a move on this. I just double Incinerate and take it out because it's 2 times effective. So just delete that and now get this off to take this out. So I guess they needed to. but I take that out for the win. So Dragonite, I even mentioned in my video yesterday, if you're going to run the Talonflame Superior Core, you are going to have a problem with dragons. The only reason I think I win this lead is because they totally messed up the fast move energy right there. I got like 3 or 4 turns worth of Incinerate there because they mistimed their Dragon Breath. And that allows me to get to a second fly. So now I just, with the quicker move, took Switch here in the 1, which I would not do if they timed properly and I had Brave Bird. So they come in Beedrill, I get a huge chip off there. I have to come Lickitung because Superior is not going to have a good time there. And so what turns in from a bad lead here is okay here. Beedrill, kind of tricky, right? Beedrill's Drill Run and Poison jabs still add up quite a lot on a Lickitung even, right? So it is glassy. I think I shield because the drone probably would take me out and I want to take this to the back with energy. So I shield and it is a Jump Bluff, which is brutal because Jump Bluff is fast charging and hits really hard with its moves and it's super, super bulky. So I try to catch a grass or an energy ball or grass, not whatever the grass move is. I do energy ball, so I do catch that properly. They still have a shield advantage though. That was fast, so I'm guessing they're not running acrobatics. I think it was just like aerial ace, which they only need 2 to take me out, right? So I get 1 here, but I think I'm going to go down in this matchup. So even though I did manage to get around the dragon, it's a tricky matchup that I would have lost much more harder if my opponent played it a little better. So I will go down here, and then I think we're going to have 6 more minutes of battles. So I think we're having like 1 or 2 good battles left. And then there's like 3 battles that took maybe 2 minutes between the 3 of them because it was just like straight domination and all my opponents quit. So Lanturn, bad lead, right? This is why you need 2 Lanturn answers in the back. Lickitung is a good safe swap for Lanturn. And they're staying in, and I'm like, I knew it. So 2 brutal, absolutely. I thought I lost this matchup as soon as this happened because I'm like, they're going to try and catch, and I recognized it, and I still threw a double resisted Power Whip into a Talonflame, which they also got a full Incinerate through. So that sucks. What is great for me is fast move optimization here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I basically throw it right before that Incinerate registers. And they're now going to commit to the farm down. And because 5 takes so long to register, I just got to a second body slam. So despite them catching, my fast move optimization was able to time correctly to get 2 body slams off anyways to grab a shield. And then at this point I said, okay, I only really have 1 win condition, and that is Superior 2 shielded going. Hopefully they don't have like a second flyer or a second like answer to a flyer in the back. And lo and behold, they come back in with Lanturn, and I'm like, what are you doing coming in with Lanturn? So I let the first one go. Spoiler alert, they have a Mud Boy in the back and Quagsire. So they're ABA to Water, Fire, Water, double weak to Grass. So I showed the first one. I'm like, there's no way they're coming in here unless they're like screwed in the back. So I have a bunch of energy and I take this out. If you're going to run ABA like this, so someone in the comments asked, what is ABA? ABA means you have two of the same typings in the front and the back, and the middle covers it. So Water, Fire, Water. It's not, it's a little trickier than that because like but yeah, that's basically the gist of it. So what would happen here is, why it doesn't work is, imagine I had the Superior on the lead. So they misplayed that anyways. I don't know if they misplayed it, but it's tough to like that. You need to, let me stop it because I want to explain this. And I don't know if I'm doing a good job just rambling here. If you want to have the same typings in the front and the back, you need something on the front that can stay in against bad matchups. So if I had a Superior on the lead, what would the Lanturn have to do? It'd have to stay in, because if they left into a Talonflame right away, I would get out. I don't have an immediate answer for Talonflame, but I'd get out into like Lickitung or my Talonflame and chip it enough, and then I still have my Superior roam free. So if you're gonna have a Quagsire or like a Mud Boy in the back, your water on the front better be either Wall Rain, azumarill with Ice Beam, or some sort of water that has an ice type move to deal with grass, because you cannot let a grass Pokemon like that roam free. So we have a Mandibuzz. I'm throwing the Flame Charge right away, and this is the thing. In neutral matchups, this is the first time you're seeing it. In neutral matchups where they're not going to take you out right away, Flame Charge. Boost that Incinerate. I just shield back because I'm like, they shielded already, so I think I'm going to be able to just do well because it is not a Snarl. It is a wing attack, which makes it much better for my Pokemon. Get that off. And they missed time. They let just a full Incinerate through, which is an insane amount of damage to let go through. And with that, take switch. I'm double boosted. Empoleon comes in. This will still do neutral, and I'm already 2 times boosted. So they probably have to shield here, right? Because that's already 2 times boosted. And now I can get my Superior on it, take resisted waterfalls, shield up a potential Drill Peck. I guess it's a thing. I think it was one did straight Hydros. Yeah, so that maybe this is like a single typing one. But that's okay. Get that Frenzy off. Empoleon in the Great League's pretty glassy. Yeah, so take it out. Wheezing, which resists the Frenzies. So I go Aerial Ace. That was fast. They're not going to throw the Overheat right away, and it's a Sludge. I'm like, okay, that does super effective, so I'm going to throw this and then get out into my Lickitung. If they have Overheat, I'm going to force them to throw it immediately to lower their attack and burn their energy. But that was fast. That was just a brutal swing, and I'll be able to take it down pretty much with ease here. And then you're probably going to see 3 battles in 2 minutes here of just like Talonflame or one of my other Pokemon. I think Talonflame just like wrecking teams, because it's just like bad lead after bad lead for them, and just I guess they're like newer players with just bad team comps and stuff. So this is not a bad matchup, right? Because they are electric. But as you're seeing, Volt Switches versus Thing. Get the third Incinerate through. And at this point, I'm just like, okay, I can just farm down. Shield once, farm down. Swampert comes in. I have almost 2 flies, right? So there's the first one, does 50%. Get to the next one. This will take out. I am not going to lead because I have a Superior on it. So I'm fine just staying in. Even if I think they make a right play, right? They farm up a bunch here. So they have 1 Hydro at least, but I'm going to get a Superior on a already pretty low Swampert. And it is a Fairy in the back. So they just get out because I'm going to get to Frenzy and then Easy in the back. Roserade. No, not Roserade. Roselia into a Shaman. So yeah, this is rough for them. Don't bring 2 grass Pokemon into a meta that is going to be dominated by Flyers. And they top left, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, they top left. And then I think my last matchup here, Primeape on the lead. Not a good lead. They stay in. I Incinerate. I boost. They miss time because I just got a full Incinerate through. Just a Night Slash. They come in Raichu, but as you saw by the animation, that Raichu is, even though it's electric, it is running a Charm. So Charm is resisted. These Incinerates are boosted and boosted with Flame Charge. So get a second Flame Charge off here. This just takes out. I'm already up a shield. Out comes another Fairy. Damage is done. I think they top left here, and I could just lick a tongue down. So that is Talonflame in a nutshell. So yeah, I think Incinerate is definitely a boost. I quite enjoyed Fly. I think it provides this Pokemon way more flexibility. Obviously, I did see a bunch of Lanturns. I saw a ton of Carbinks too. So I think people are hunting. I think they were hunting Talonflame, but now with Skarmory boosted so high, I think you're going to see Lanturn a ton, especially Azumarill's top 2. So you're going to see, I think you're going to see Bastiodon, Carbinks, Lanturns, maybe the Mud Boys and like Quagsire and stuff like that. So just keep that in mind if you are going to run Talonflame. You need some covers in the back, and I think Lickitung Superior is a pretty good combo to cover in the back. But yes, I would suggest you go look at the video on Skarmory because I do the full analysis of what the move updates means, the new rankings, and do those battles there. So that is it. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.